"This is a sad business about Sir Danvers," he said. "Yes, sir, indeed. It has stirred up a very strong public feeling," returned Guest. "The murderer, of course, was a madman." "I should like to hear your views on that," replied Utterson. "I have a note here in his handwriting. It is between ourselves, for I scarce know what to do about it. It is an ugly business at the best. But there it is. Something that will interest you. The handwriting and signature of a murderer." Guest's eyes grew bright, and he sat down at once and studied the note closely. "No, sir," he said, "not mad. But it is an odd hand." "And by all accounts a very odd writer," added the lawyer. Just then the servant entered with a note. "Is that from Dr. Jekyll, sir?" inquired the clerk. "I thought I knew the writing. Anything private, Mr. Utterson?" "Only an invitation to dinner. Why, do you want to see it?" "For one moment. I thank you, sir." The clerk laid the 2 sheets of paper side by side and compared their contents. "Thank you, sir," he said at last, returning both. "It's a very interesting signature." There was a pause, during which Mr. Utterson struggled with himself. "Why did you compare them, Guest?" he asked suddenly. "Well, sir," replied the clerk, "there's a rather odd likeness. The 2 hands are in many points the same, only differently sloped." "Rather odd," said Utterson. "Yes, sir, rather odd," returned Guest. I wouldn't speak of this note, you know," said his master. "No, sir," said the clerk. "I understand." But no sooner was Mr. Utterson alone that night than he locked the note in his safe, where it remained from that time forward. "What?" he thought. "Henry Jekyll forge for a murderer?" It was a thought that made his blood run cold.